First of all, what a player Kane is. I repeat that. What a player Kane is. My goodness, what a wonderful player. A leader. In a difficult moment, he steps up and scores two massive goals. And that is what leaders do, no? That is what players of his caliber have to do. And England managed to turn around a match that maybe, for some people, not everyone, but some people, looked simple on paper. But we're seeing it. At this World Cup, there really is nothing too guaranteed. Every national team, every side, plays with an incredible fire inside. Honestly, guys, Germany's elimination, I think, taught us something. And yet, England started as if they had the handbrake on. I don't know if it was because they underestimated the opponent or simply because starting feel a little bit of pressure, but I don't think so. Because now we're talking about knockout matches, and if you make a mistake, you're out. You're simply out. There's no margin for error. And today, England learned that lesson. Now, let's go deeper into everything. But first, as always, if you want, I invite you to leave a like to help the algorithm. Please, if you can, subscribe to the channel because it's very important, especially at this early stage. Yes, because a simple subscription could really make the difference. It changed nothing for you, while for me it can genuinely be a huge help. In any case, thank you. Thank you so much for all the comments, for the understanding. And I have to be honest, I didn't expect this kind of welcome. So, once again, thank you. But now, let's talk about football, because is that what we like or not? And I have to say, this World Cup is entertaining us. Precisely because, as I was saying, there are teams you didn't expect who are proving to be at the level of the competition. Now, maybe if we take out Uzbekistan, Curacao and a few others, for the rest, it's really difficult to win a match easily. Just think about DR Congo's journey. No, think about the DR Congo journey. They won quite comfortably against Uzbekistan. It's true. And then they lost a match, but only narrowly against Colombia. And then they also stopped Portugal. They stopped Portugal. In every match they've played, including today, they've really shown maximum pride. And these teams have fuel. They have fuel, my friends. Maybe they have even more than others. Because, you know, let's take one example. Declan Rice. How many matches has Declan Rice played this season? How many? Obviously, by force of thing, you can't be at 100% physically. And so, I repeat, if we think about this aspect, these national teams are really dangerous. And once again, you absolutely cannot underestimate them. I have to say, also looking at the other national teams, England, once again, today, in my opinion, of course, in my opinion, showed that they really do have so many solutions to hurt you. It's true that in the end, the only one who got his name on the score sheet was Kane. But think about how many times Bellingham managed to finish an attack. I can also mention Rashford's shot in the first half, for instance, and many other solutions in the second half. And I guarantee you, I'm watching all matches, and it's not easy to be that dangerous. I repeat, I still have in my eyes Brazil's performance against Japan, but also, and above all, Germany's performance against Paraguay. Teams that weren't able to find all the solutions that I see in England. No, honestly, from an attacking point of view, England can really hurt anyone. I want to underline, once again, how well Bellingham is doing. Yes, Bellingham is my heart. He's having a really great World Cup, a very, very active player, very sharp. Then, of course, we also to underline another huge player, Anderson. Anderson has endless energy. It's incredible. On the other hand, I think the only aspect that still doesn't convince me that much is the defensive setup. Because if we think about the goal they conceded, the whole defense is not positioned well. They get the defensive shifts wrong. Speaking of the first goal they conceded, and the DR Congo player easily finds himself in a position to shoot. And in that situation, I also include Pickford. He mustn't consider, he can't consider this near post. But as I was saying, apart from this aspect, I see the glass as half full for England, not half empty. Absolutely. Because other national teams in a situation like that, in my opinion, would have collapsed. They wouldn't have found the strength and the patience to turn the result around. England managed to do it. And this is a crucial aspect. This is something that absolutely has to be highlighted in the clearest way possible. Now, England will have to face Mexico. The level goes up even more because Mexico are having a really, really interesting World Cup. They also have good solutions. So it's a match you absolutely cannot afford to underestimate. Not even slightly. And I think that if this was the mistake England made today, it certainly won't happen in the same way against Mexico. And one last thing I want to underline, I never like creating controversy, even though in Italy so many people always look for excuses and talk about referees, but as far as I'm concerned, the mistake, the incident involving Harry Kane, for me, that's a penalty. For me, that's a penalty. Every day of the week. The defenders gives him a slight push and Harry Kane moves the ball and then the goalkeeper crashes into him. It's true that he doesn't stretch his arm out, okay, but he crashes into him. And that's a penalty. And these incidents make the difference in these matches. Maybe the referee didn't see it, maybe he wasn't deceived by the situation, but VAR has to intervene. On an incident like that, in my opinion, VAR absolutely has to intervene. Having said that, my friends, now the ball is in your court. Let me know what you think. Do you also think England maybe underestimated the opponent? But above all, for you, is the glass half, oh my goodness, half full or half empty? Thank you for watching the video. Thank you. And I send you the usual big hug from Nescu. Ciao.